G'day and welcome back to Baz's Chicken. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to smoke and pull a beautiful piece of chuck roast. We're also going to be making some sliders with these, and I probably say this way too often, but these are absolutely incredible. So without further ado, let's grab a beer and we'll get straight into it. Alright, so we've got a beautiful little piece of chuck roast here. Now all we're going to really do with this is take off just any real hard excess bits of fat here. Because we're pulling it and throwing it into sliders, we don't really want to be chewing on that. So we'll just knock this off now. Beautiful, that'll do me. Just going to go ahead and throw a bit of mustard over the top to act as a binder. This is just to help the rub stick. It's not going to impact the flavour of it in any way. So we'll go all sides. Alright, we're going to do two different rubs today. We've got an espresso rub. And we've got a hardcore carnivore rub. This is just an all-person seasoning. Goes great with literally everything. Slap a bit of that on there too. Have a look at that. Beauty, we'll let this sit while we prep our smoker. Alright, today we're going to be cooking at about 130 degrees Celsius, but if we go to 125 to 135, I'm not a bit fussed, so we'll aim for that. Alright, we've reached our temp of about 135, so we're going to pop this in, just in time because we've just hit our smoking wood. Alright, so we're just going to let that go for a couple of hours, and then all we're really going to be looking for is the colour of a bark, if we're happy with it. And we've got an internal reading of about 60-ish degrees Celsius. So we'll see you in a couple of hours. Alright, it's been about 2.5 hours. Let's have a little look. Ooh. Have a look at that colour. Alright, we'll get a quick internal temp. So that's at about 55. We'll let this go for another half an hour or so, and then we can wrap just before we close it up. I've just got a bit of beef tallow that we're going to get in there. We'll let that melt. We'll throw that in when we wrap. Alrighty, 45-ish minutes later, and we've just pushed over our 60 degrees Celsius internal, and our bark has set absolutely beautifully. So now we're going to pull this out and wrap it up. Beautiful. Alright, like I said before, we're just going to wrap this up with some of our tallow that we've melted down. Just to help keep a bit of moisture in. You can use beef stock, beer, butter, whatever you really want. Don't need too much. And I'm going to wrap this up nice and tight. Now to hold this down, I'm just going to stick an internal meat probe through the thick part. And we're just going to monitor this till we hit about that 96 degrees Celsius. Then we can start poking around for probe tenderness. Alright, so we are pretty close to our 95 degrees Celsius internal. I've just had a look and we're actually running pretty low on charcoal. So I'm going to start poking around for probe tenderness. And if we're not quite there yet, I'm just going to finish it off in the oven. Take this out. Have a look at that. Woo! With an internal temp. Have a look at that. Oh, she's pretty tender as well. So that's 87. It's a bit to go, but oh, there's a little bit of resistance in the middle. It is looking gorgeous. Look at that chicken. Okay, I'm just going to keep it wrapped up in this. That's not far off at all. Alright, I'm going to close it back up before I eat it all. Alright, so I just poked a hole in it. I just lost all the, not all of it, but most of the juice. So what I'm going to do is pretty much take it out of this, put it in our foil tray, and then cover it up just to get us that little bit extra weight. And I'm gonna clean the bloody thing tomorrow. Oh, look. Right, it's been another hour or so. We did end up having to throw this in the oven because we ran out of charcoal, but let's have a look. Fucking have a look at that. Alright, I'm going to let this steam off for about 10 minutes just so it's going to be nice and cool for us to shred. And then we can prep the sliders. Alright, here we are. Ready to pull. Just drained all the juice out, so let's get pulling. Oh my god, look at that. Just tender as f. Look at that. Pulling apart with absolute ease. Look at that smoke ring. Still f hot. It's been out for about 25-ish minutes and it's still bloody hot. But look at it. Oh my god. Alright, we're gonna plate these slides up before I eat all this. So for the start of these sliders, we're just gonna lather on some barbecue sauce. Then we're gonna hit it with some provolone cheese. Then we'll go with some smoked cheddar. And then of course, our beautifully smoked pulled chuck roast. Absolutely slap it on top. Got a little bit more barbecue sauce on top. Very light covering. Then we can throw our lids on. And then what we do is we've got a 50-50 mix of butter and beef tallow. We are literally just gonna drizzle that over the top. Give us that beautiful golden brown finish. I'll tell you what, just wait until you have a look at these because these are that delicious. You'll want to eat all 12 yourself. Alright, now we're just going to bump these into the oven at about 180 degrees Celsius for 20-ish minutes. But just keep an eye on them, making sure our top layer isn't burning before our cheese melts. If it does look like it's starting to burn a little bit, just turn the oven down to about 160 just to get that cheese melting. Alright, 20 minutes in the oven and we have our beautiful sliders. Well, there we have it, our pulled beef chuck roast sliders. These are a game changer. We've done this once before and that's all it took to make a video about them because they are that bloody good. I actually can't wait any longer, so cheers. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a like and thumbs up and be sure to subscribe. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching and we'll see you on the next one. I'm going in blind. Around 60 degrees, if you can see that. Probably not. I'm just gonna, just before we close it up. God, that sun's a bitch. Oh God. Actually hit 90 into, oh look at the juice, did you just see that? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, look at that. How am I going to do this without spilling the juice? Oh. Oh my God. I poked a hole in it. Just lost all the juice. Oh, look. Idiot. Alright. Time to wrap her up. Again, I guess. Oh God. That's the problem with these long cooks. You just drink so many beers. Everything goes to shit. Nah. Mmm. Mmm. haven't even made the slides yet. Oh my god. I could literally eat this whole thing right now. Oh my god. Look at that, bro. Yeah.